A little about the independent living movement. Jim Downey, Washington, D.C.
About independence and independent living movement. In my experiences, latter years of Ed's life, I mean, people knew him, a lot more people knew him a lot longer than I did. But Ed recognized that parents, as I'd said earlier, parents are fundamental to the process. And he was extending his message of independence and empowerment and opportunity to parents through the Partners in Policymaking program. And he knew that if he could instill the concept of independent living in the parents when the children were still young, that the parents would support the child in their efforts towards independent living and living independently in adult life, as independently as possible, as independently as they want and choose. And Ed knew that it was important for parents to be a part of that. Parents teach the child the capacity to be able to do anything that they choose, regardless of your ability. He knew that parents were fundamental and instrumental in instilling the concept of independence in their children and not dependence. Ed knew that any time that you're seeking empowerment, you're seeking independence, you're seeking equality of opportunity, that there was a certain responsibility. Parents of children with disabilities, for their children to be able to avail themselves of this empowerment, this independence, that he knew that parents had a role to play, a fundamental role and crucial role. And he knew that if the kids don't have to be taught when they become independent, when they become at the age of emancipation, once they become adults, if you don't have to start over and teach them that there's a whole nother way, that independence can now start, if they learn from the earliest stages that their parents instill this concept of, yes, you will be living independently, yes, you can live independently, yes, you can have a life, yes, you can work, you can live, and you can love. Ed taught us that message. He said, when I left meeting Ed, I knew that there was a whole future for my child that I had not known of or thought of or realized was possible for him. A whole world of opportunity. And even to this day, the sky's the limit for my son. I mean, I'll help him do whatever it is his calling ends up being, whatever it is he chooses to do or does. I know that he's going to require assistance the rest of his life, but I can tell you one thing for sure, he's going to live independently. And I can tell you one thing for sure, he's not going to live in an institution ever. And I can tell you one thing for sure, he's going to have the best of opportunities that I can possibly help him achieve.